Okay, so picture this. You're an aspiring trader in India. You're ready to make some serious moves in the market.
Mm-hmm.
But you keep hitting those classic roadblocks,
Yeah.
limited capital, strict regulations,
Yeah.
and those pesky fees eating into your profits.
Right.
There has to be a better way.
Yeah.
And that's what we are diving into today, specifically for you.
Exactly. There is a better way. And that's where prop trading firms come in. They're a real game changer, especially for those ambitious traders in India.
Yeah.
They give you access to those larger pools of money,
Mm-hmm.
often with better terms and lower fees than you'd ever get on your own.
And you know what?
What's that?
We've got this incredible resource breaking down the top firms in India just for you.
Nice.
It even includes insider tips from someone who's actually been in the trenches testing these firms out firsthand.
Oh, well, first-hand insights, those are invaluable.
Yeah.
Really, they can save you so much time and so many headaches
Yeah.
as you navigate this world.
For sure.
It can be exciting, but let's face it, it can be pretty complex too.
Okay, so let's unpack this.
Okay.
Starting with the why.
Okay.
Why are prop firms such a game changer for Indian traders?
Well, imagine this. You're trying to execute a high-volume trading strategy,
Yes.
but you're stuck with limited capital.
Right.
It's like trying to run a marathon with ankle weights.
Uh-huh.
It's just not going to work very well.
Yeah.
Then you add on top of that the leverage restrictions from SEBI regulations
Right.
and the high brokerage fees on Indian exchanges.
Yeah.
It's an uphill battle right from the start.
Yeah, that really paints a clear picture of the challenges. So how do prop firms help traders overcome these hurdles?
They give you the fuel you need to really power your trading engine.
Okay.
They give you access to significantly more capital, which opens up so many possibilities.
I like that.
It lets you execute those strategies that you just wouldn't be able to with the limited resources.
Right.
And here's the kicker. The profit-sharing models are usually way more generous than traditional brokerage accounts. So you get to keep a much bigger chunk of your winnings.
So it's not just about getting more money to trade with. It's about empowering you to trade more effectively.
Exactly. And let's not forget about the reduced fees. That's a huge bonus.
For sure.
That leaves you with more capital to reinvest and grow your account even faster.
Okay, so now for the part I know you've been waiting for, the top contenders.
Okay.
Our resource highlights 5 standout prop firms in India,
Okay.
and we're going to break them down one by one. Starting with Hoorah Trade,
Okay.
which gets the award for Best for Low Fees and Scaling.
Wow.
That sounds like a dream come true for someone just starting their prop trading journey, right?
Absolutely low barriers to entry. Those are essential for beginners.
Yeah.
And Hoorah Trade, they just nail it. Their weekly fee structure starts at just $16.99. Can you believe that?
Wow.
And they even offer unlimited retries, which takes so much pressure off those new traders.
Hold on, let's break that down a bit for our listener. I've heard of monthly fees, but weekly fees are interesting. What's the advantage there?
It's all about flexibility.
Oh.
With those weekly fees, you're not locked into a huge commitment right away.
Mm-hmm.
You can test the waters for a week or two.
Yeah.
See if prop trading is a good fit for you and your strategy
Yeah.
without risking a huge chunk of your capital.
Okay.
And if it's not working out,
Yeah.
you can just walk away without losing a ton of money. It's perfect for those who are dipping their toes into the prop trading world.
Makes
Sense.
it time. And you mentioned unlimited retries. I have to admit, that's a pretty cool feature.
Yeah.
What's the benefit of that, especially for someone who's brand new to prop trading?
It's like a safety net while you're learning to walk that tightrope of trading.
Okay.
You can make mistakes early on. Everyone does.
Yeah.
Unlimited retries give you the freedom to learn from those mistakes without facing those serious financial consequences.
Right.
You can refine your skills, build your confidence, and then scale up when you're ready. It's like having training wheels on your trading journey.
I like that analogy a lot. Now, the resource also mentions this incredible success story with Hoorah Trade.
Oh, wow.
Someone started with a $10,000 account,
Right.
passed their evaluation in just 3 weeks,
Wow.
and then scaled up to a whopping $50,000 in just 4 months.
That's amazing.
That's inspiring.
It really is.
Yeah.
It just shows you the potential that prop firms can unlock when you combine talent with the right opportunity.
Absolutely. So Hoorah Trade sounds like a really solid choice for beginners.
Yeah.
But what if you're a more seasoned trader?
Okay.
You're confident in your abilities,
Right.
and you don't want to waste any time with evaluations.
Well, in that case, you might want to check out instant funding. They live up to their name by offering instant funding. You bypass that whole evaluation process
Okay.
and you just dive straight into trading. It's perfect for those who are ready to hit the ground running.
That sounds amazing. But what's the catch? There's always a catch, right?
Of course, there are always trade-offs to consider. While instant access is undeniably appealing,
Yeah.
especially for those experienced traders who are eager to get started,
Mm.
you need to be aware of the potential downsides.
Okay.
It might come with higher risk parameters
Okay.
or different profit-sharing arrangements compared to firms with an evaluation phase.
So it's really about understanding those nuances and choosing what aligns with your risk appetite and experience level.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's like choosing between taking the scenic route with a guide
Uh-huh.
or hopping on an express train.
Mm-hmm.
Both can get you to your destination,
Right.
but the experience is very different.
Okay, that's a great way to put it. So instant funding is the express train for those who are ready to go full speed ahead.
Yes.
But what about traders who are looking for something in between?
Okay.
Maybe they have some experience,
Right.
but they're not quite ready for the express train just yet.
I see what you mean. That's where a firm like Think Capital comes in. They position themselves as the go-to choice for experienced traders looking for that significant capital and those flexible trading conditions.
So if Hoorah Trade is the training ground,
Mm-hmm.
instant funding is the express train,
Yeah.
what would you say Think Capital is?
I'd say Think Capital is like stepping onto the professional trading floor.
Okay,
They cater to traders who are serious about taking their skills to the next level.
got it.
They offer accounts ranging from $25,000 to a staggering $500,000,
Wow.
with no minimum trading day requirements, tight spreads, low commissions.
Okay.
They're all about providing that sophisticated environment for serious traders.
And to prove that they can back up their claims, our resource highlights another success story.
Okay.
A trader switched over to Think Capital after gaining some experience with smaller firms
Mm-hmm.
and managed to scale their account to $100,000 within 6 months.
That's awesome.
That's amazing.
That's a great example of how Think Capital can deliver on its promises for the right trader. They provide the tools and the resources you need to really elevate your trading game.
Okay, so we've got the training ground, we've got the express train, we've got the professional trading floor.
Mhm.
But what about those traders who are looking for something even more exclusive?
Okay.
The traders who are at the very top of their game?
The elite.
Yes. For those traders, there's Top Tier Trader.
I have heard of them.
They're known for their prestigious two-phase evaluation process,
Wow.
which is no easy feat.
I bet.
And they offer a very generous 80% profit split.
80%.
But of course, there's a catch. They have a strict 5% daily loss limit.
Oh, wow. So high risk, high reward.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It sounds like Top Tier Trader is for those who thrive under pressure and are extremely confident in their risk management skills.
Yeah.
They're like the Navy SEALs of the trading world.
That's a great analogy.
Yeah.
Top-tier traders for those who are looking for that ultimate challenge
Yeah.
and are willing to take on the risks that come with it.
So far, we've covered a wide range of prop firms, catering to different experience levels and risk appetites.
Right.
But what about traders who are looking for a budget-friendly entry point,
Right.
but still want the potential for serious growth?
That's where Fintokei comes in. They swing the pendulum back to affordability.
Okay.
Their challenges start at just $89,
Wow.
making it super accessible for new traders to test the waters without breaking the bank.
And they don't skimp on the growth potential either. Our resource mentions someone who passed a $25,000 challenge in just 21 days
Wow.
and is now managing a $50,000 funded account.
That's incredible. It's
Yeah.
a perfect example of how Fintokei provides that low-cost entry point
Yeah.
without compromising on the opportunity for growth.
Absolutely. So we've covered a lot of ground already. We've talked about why prop firms are such a game changer for Indian traders.
Yeah.
And we've broken down 5 standout firms.
We sure have.
But now I'm curious, what do you think is the most important factor for a trader to consider when choosing a prop firm?
Oh, that's a great question. And it's not a one-size-fits-all answer.
Hmm.
The most important factor really depends on the individual trader's circumstances, their goals, and their risk tolerance.
Right.
But if I had to choose just one thing, I'd say it's crucial to find a firm that aligns with your trading style
Okay.
and provides the right level of support.
That makes sense. So it's not just about finding the firm with the biggest payout or the lowest fees. It's about finding the right fit for you.
Exactly. It's about finding a firm that empowers you to trade your best
Mm-hmm.
and helps you achieve your trading goals.
I like that. So you've given us some great insights into these different firms. Now, as our listeners exploring these options, what key questions should they be asking themselves to make sure they find that perfect fit?
Well, that's where the real due diligence begins. It's like shopping for a new car. You wouldn't just pick the first one you see, right?
No.
You'd compare features,
Yeah.
consider your needs, do your research,
Yeah.
And the same goes for choosing a prop firm.
Okay, so what are some of the most important features to compare beyond just the fees and profit splits?
Well, first you want to look closely at the trading rules and the risk management parameters.
Mm,
Each firm has its own set of rules governing things like trading hours, leverage limits, maximum drawdown, all that.
yeah,
These rules, they're designed to protect both the firm and the trader,
right.
but they can really vary from one firm to another.
Yeah,
So it's really crucial to understand these rules and make sure they align with your trading style and your risk tolerance.
that makes sense. You wouldn't want to sign up with a firm that has rules that restrict your trading strategy
Oh,
or put you in a position where you're uncomfortable with the level of risk.
exactly. Another important factor to consider is the firm's margin requirements.
Okay.
This refers to the amount of capital you need to have in your account
Mm-hmm.
to cover potential losses.
Right.
So if a firm has high margin requirements,
Yeah.
you'll need a larger account balance to trade the same position compared to a firm with lower margin requirements.
So margin requirements can really impact how much capital you need to get started
Yeah.
and how much buying power you have in your account.
Absolutely. And don't forget to check if there are any restrictions on trading styles or instruments.
Mm.
Some firms might specialize in certain types of trading like scalping or day trading,
Okay.
while others might have limitations on what types of assets you can actually trade.
It's like choosing a restaurant.
Uh,
You wouldn't go to a steakhouse if you're craving sushi.
right.
You need to make sure the firm's offerings align with your trading preferences.
Precisely.
Mm-hmm.
Now, here's another really crucial aspect that many traders overlook: the firm's reputation and track record. You need to do your homework. Look for reviews and testimonials from other traders, especially those in India. See what their experiences have been like.
Word of mouth is powerful.
Yeah, especially in a field like this where trust and reliability are so important.
Absolutely. Pay attention to how responsive their customer support is.
Yeah.
How transparent are they with their fee structures and payout processes? Do they have a history of ethical behavior and fair treatment of their traders?
Those are all super important factors to consider.
It sounds like you're suggesting we treat this like a job interview for our trading career.
Kind of.
We shouldn't be afraid to ask those tough questions and really vet these firms before making that commitment.
I couldn't have said it better myself.
Yeah.
You're essentially choosing a partner
Yeah.
to help you achieve your financial goals.
Right.
So it's really important to find one that you trust and feel comfortable working with.
And remember, our resource includes feedback from someone who's actually tested these firms out firsthand.
No, that's right.
They even mention a personal preference for Hoorah Trade because of those low fees, unlimited retries, and that impressive scaling model.
That's a great point. Those firsthand insights can be incredibly valuable.
Yeah.
But it's important to remember that what works for one trader might not work for another.
Right.
That's why it's so important to do your own research and find the firm that really aligns with your own individual needs and goals.
Let's talk about those individual needs a bit more. Our listener is in India,
Oh?
facing those unique challenges we discussed earlier. What advice would you give them specifically, given their situation?
Well, if you're in India and looking to get started with prop trading,
Mm-hmm.
I'd say it's even more crucial to find a firm that understands those specific challenges you face. Look for a firm that has experience working with Indian traders and is familiar with that regulatory landscape.
Okay.
They should be able to provide guidance on things like tax implications and compliance requirements.
So finding a firm that's India-friendly is a top priority.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You also want to look for a firm that offers support in your preferred language
Mm-hmm.
and provides resources tailored to the Indian market.
Okay.
They should be able to answer your questions
Right.
and address your concerns in a way that makes you feel comfortable and confident.
That makes a lot of sense. Now, let's say our listener is just starting out in their trading journey.
Yeah.
What are some things they should keep in mind as they compare these different firms?
Well, for new traders,
Yeah.
I always recommend starting with a firm that has a low barrier to entry.
Mm-hmm.
That means looking for those firms with low minimum account requirements, affordable fees, and a really supportive learning environment.
Yeah.
You don't want to feel overwhelmed or pressured right from the start.
Yeah, it's like learning to ride a bike. You wouldn't start on a mountain bike on a challenging trail.
Sure.
You'd start with training wheels
Exactly.
and a smooth surface.
You want to build confidence and gain experience in a safe and controlled environment.
Right.
And then once you've mastered the basics,
Yeah.
you can gradually increase your risk and move on to more advanced strategies.
So start slow, build your skills,
Yep,
and then scale up as you gain experience.
precisely. Now, on the other hand, if our listener is a more experienced trader who's already comfortable with risk,
Hmm.
and has a proven track record, they might be looking for something different.
What would you recommend for those traders who are ready to take their trading to the next level?
Well-experienced traders might prioritize those firms that offer higher profit splits,
Okay.
larger account sizes, and more flexible trading conditions.
Okay.
They might also be interested in firms that provide access to more advanced trading tools and platforms,
Mm-hmm.
as well as mentorship or coaching programs.
So for experienced traders, it's about finding a firm that can match their ambition
Yeah,
and provide the resources they need to really maximize their potential.
exactly. It's about finding a firm that can really help them push their boundaries
Mm-hmm.
and achieve their trading goals.
You've given us so much to think about already.
Yeah.
But before we move on to the final part of our deep dive, I want to circle back to something you mentioned earlier
Yeah.
about a firm's reputation and track record. Can
Yeah.
you elaborate on that a bit more? Why is it so important to pay attention to those factors?
Well, in the world of prop trading, your reputation is everything. It's the foundation of trust and credibility.
Yep.
And unfortunately, there are some bad actors out there.
Mm-hmm.
Firms that might not have the best interests of their traders at heart.
So how can our listener protect themselves and make sure they're choosing a reputable firm?
Well, the first step is to do your due diligence. Go beyond the marketing materials and the flashy websites.
Okay.
Dig a little deeper. Look for those independent reviews and testimonials from other traders, especially those in India.
Right.
See what they have to say about the firm's trading conditions, payout processes, customer support.
So it's about looking for the real story behind the marketing hype.
Exactly. And don't be afraid to ask those tough questions. Reach out to the firm directly and get clarification on anything that seems unclear or too good to be true.
Mm-hmm.
A reputable firm will be transparent and willing to address your concerns.
So it's like interviewing a potential business partner.
Exactly.
You want to make sure you're on the same page.
Yeah.
And that you share the same values.
You're trusting this firm with your capital in your trading career.
Right.
So it's absolutely crucial to find one that aligns with your ethical standards and operates with integrity.
That's great advice. Now, what are some red flags that our listeners should watch out for?
Okay, well, one of the biggest red flags is a lack of transparency. If a firm is vague about their fees, their profit splits, or their risk management policies, that's a sign that something might be amiss.
Oh, okay.
You should also be wary of firms that make unrealistic promises or guarantees.
Mm-hmm.
High returns are always possible in trading,
Right.
but if it sounds too good to be true, it probably is.
So if it smells fishy, it probably is.
Exactly. Another red flag is a firm that pressures you to deposit more capital than you're comfortable with. A reputable firm will understand that each trader has their own risk tolerance and financial situation.
Right.
They should never make you feel pressured or obligated to invest more than you can afford to lose.
That's really important to remember. Trading should never feel like a high-pressure sales pitch.
Absolutely.
Hmm.
And finally, pay attention to the firm's communication style. Do they communicate clearly and professionally? Or do they use a lot of jargon or hype to try to impress you?
So clear and concise communication is a sign of a good firm.
Exactly.
Yeah.
A reputable firm will be able to explain their services and answer your questions in a way that's easy to understand.
Mm-hmm.
They won't try to baffle you with technical terms or make outlandish claims.
All right, so our listener is armed with all these insights. They've compared the features, they've done their research, they've asked the tough questions. What's the final step in this process?
Well, the final step is to trust your gut. If something doesn't feel right, don't be afraid to walk away.
Okay.
There are plenty of reputable prop firms out there. So take your time, do your research, and choose the one that feels like the best fit for you.
That's great advice. And it leads us perfectly into the final part of our deep dive, where we'll explore some additional resources and tips to help our listener make the most informed decision possible. We've covered a ton of ground in this deep dive, exploring the world of prop trading in India.
Yeah, we have.
We've talked about the benefits.
Mm.
We've broken down 5 standout firms, and
Right.
we've equipped you with, the essential questions to ask as you evaluate your options. But before we wrap up, I want to shift gears just a little bit
Okay.
and talk about something that I think is often overlooked, which is the importance of continuous learning and development.
That's such a good point.
Yeah.
The world of trading is always evolving.
Right.
New
Yeah.
strategies emerge, markets fluctuate, technology advances. So if you want to succeed as a trader, you can't just stand still.
Right.
You need to be a lifelong learner.
So how can our listeners stay ahead of the curve and, continue to sharpen their trading skills?
Well, there are so many great resources available these days.
Yeah.
Online courses, webinars, trading books, forums. There's a wealth of knowledge out there.
Our resource even mentioned that several of these firms offer educational resources and support. What are your thoughts on that?
I think it's a huge advantage.
Yeah.
Finding a prop firm that invests in your education and development really shows that they're committed to your success. Look for those firms that offer things like mentorship programs,
Yeah.
trading simulators, or access to a community of experienced traders.
It's like having that built-in support system
Yeah,
to help you navigate the ups and downs of trading.
absolutely. Don't underestimate the power of networking.
Yeah.
Connect with other traders, share ideas, and learn from each other's experiences.
So it's not just about finding the right prop firm.
Yeah,
It's about finding the right community
right.
and building that network of support.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And remember, trading is a journey, not a
Yeah.
destination.
Yeah.
There will be challenges along the way, but with the right mindset and the right support system, you can overcome those challenges and achieve your trading goals.
That's a great message to end on. We've covered so much in this deep dive, from understanding, the benefits of prop trading to choosing the right firm and embracing, that mindset of continuous learning.
Yeah. I hope our listener feels empowered to take that next step in their trading journey. Armed with this knowledge, they're ready to explore the world of prop trading and find the perfect fit, for their own individual needs and aspirations.
Absolutely. And that wraps up our deep dive into the best prop trading firms in India. We hope you found this episode insightful and informative. Remember, knowledge is power, and now you're equipped to take control of your trading future.
So go out there, do your research, choose wisely, and happy trading.